Halt die Fresse, Mann!
All the best people are crazy. All the best people are.
What's up, crazies? My name's Jessie, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm a digital intermediate engineer, also known as a conforming artist, who spent the last couple of years working in film post-production and who can tell you a lot about how movies are made and what to notice while watching them. Happy Trans Day of Visibility, guys. And right on theme, we are gonna continue watching Heartstopper Season 3, Episode 6, titled Body. Let's dive in.
It's been 4 months since you left inpatient.
Yeah, I should bake a cake or something.
That's actually a lovely idea. You've come a long way, Charlie.
True. Acknowledge your progress, even if it's just the tiny steps. Always acknowledge your progress.
I still relapse 2 weeks after. I know it happens. It's normal.
But you continue to criticize yourself about it.
Having relapses, even after you've been in a place that got you out of the deep end, is normal. Because that place was special circumstances. You were surrounded by professionals and other people going through similar things. It was completely different from your daily life. And then going back into your daily life, you try to apply what you've learned in the clinic to your daily life, and it never goes 100% smoothly. That wouldn't be human. You wouldn't be human if that didn't happen. So I love that his therapist is like, hey, it's normal. You're not special. You're not failing.
I want you to name 3 bits of progress you've made over the past 4 months.
That is also a very good way of practicing your brain and acknowledging your achievements, realizing how far you've come. Comparing where you started to where you're now can really help emphasize that you are in the process of healing, of changing, of moving forward. That's a very good tip. It's a life hack, actually.
You sit there and make me feel insane, just fuck off.
F-bomb. First fight?
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
No!
No!
Okay.
You feel you and Nick have progressed in your relationship. If your intrusive thoughts have lessened, you've got more energy to give to your relationship.
More energy.
Also known as horny.
More energy, more energy.
I still feel like I've got a long way to go.
You've experienced trauma, Charlie.
I really don't want to be defined by the fact that I was bullied at 14 and then had one toxic ex-boyfriend.
I don't want to be a buzzkill, but my life is shit.
But trauma doesn't define you.
Nope.
But it also doesn't vanish in 5 minutes. So give yourself some grace.
Giving yourself grace can be one of the hardest things to learn. It's very hard not to completely bully yourself or be like, why were you so dumb? Why did you do it like this? But you have to know, like, back then, you didn't know any better. You didn't know what else to do. So you went to what worked and you went with that until you came to a point where that just didn't work and it ruined everything else. And so you had to break free from that.
Now, we've had contact from a local radio station about you. What? Yeah, they've heard about your social media blowing up and they want to interview you.
Ooh, so cool.
So cool.
Welcome back from the Easter holidays.
Thanks for the exposition.
Work hard and don't forget to have some fun.
No teacher has ever said that, announced that through the speaker at my school. To have fun? What? Ha!
As if.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
I did get you a present. Okay.
Why does he always do that? Putting it on his shoulder.
It's that Instagram famous historian you like, Jack Maddox.
Oh, Jack Maddox is Jonathan Bailey. Are we gonna see Jonathan Bailey in this episode?
Wait, we get to meet him?
Lucky you!
I'm so happy for them.
Me too. So happy for them.
I'm so happy and not at all jealous.
God, definitely not jealous.
I love you so much.
Well, clearly not as much as Jack Maddox.
Not at all jealous.
Okay. Okay. Not at school, lads.
We should probably...
Go home and do that again.
We should do that again, he suggests. Who is he? Who the fuck is he?
Oh, it happened again.
When?
Yesterday before form.
What happened?
Me and Nick were making out in a practice room and it got really intense really quickly. And then it stopped and it was kind of awkward and overwhelming.
Do you want to say it? Or shall I?
No, I think he's nearly worked it out for himself.
Have you considered the idea that you and Nick are ready to take things further?
He's talking about having sex.
Yeah, I know.
Duh.
Duh.
And I know it's obvious that we both want to, and it's not like we've done nothing. I mean...
Please spare us the details.
What? No, I want all the details.
You know what? I don't want to talk about this anymore. Get out. I need to change.
What?
Get
We're talking
out.
about sex.
Get
All
out.
right, talk about it.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Things have been so awkward between me and Sahar since New Year's. Like, we're still friends.
Why are you friends with Sahar?
Tell me why.
She's been nothing but mean to you.
Tell me why.
Happy birthday, dear Charlie.
Charlie's break. Wait, how old is he now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2,000 years later.
16. Oh, so young. My God. When I was 16, what did I do for my 16th birthday? I don't remember. It has been over a decade, so let's move on.
I can do it.
All the ADR. Best day ever. We love you. Woo! Woo! That's cute. That's funny.
So cool.
They added that in post. It gives the whole scene like personality and I like it.
Charlie?
Who the fuck is this?
16 is when everything starts to make sense.
No. That's 25.
This is for you. I found him at a charity shop and he just had your energy, so I figured he belonged with you.
Cute.
It made me sad seeing him sitting on a shelf on his own, so, okay, well, bye everyone.
Tell me you're autistic without telling me you're autistic. Tori and Michael are very neurospicy coded. I don't want to make assumptions because I'm not a professional, but as a neurodivergent, myself, same, recognizes same, you know?
Is he Tori's boyfriend?
She won't confirm whether they're dating or not.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Meow. Nothing in the world could ever bring me to free, willingly sleep in a tent. If it's not glamping, you will never see me there. Ever. Why are y'all sharing a tent? Y'all can't stand each other. I don't understand. What are they doing with these two? Like, if Imogen, needs to figure things out, fine. But, like, why with Sahar? Sahar is nothing but rude to her. And Sahar also doesn't know what she wants. I think the reason why I'm so annoyed at these two is because every other relationship around them is so healthy and so mature. But those two are, like, toxic as shit. It just doesn't fit at all into all the constellation of all the other relationships around them. We left the toxic relationships in season 2 when Ben left because Ben was like the symbol of a toxic person and Ben left the show. So we left toxic relationships in season 2. What is this? Why is this?
Why is Gamora?
Huh?
Things have been really awkward with us.
No shit.
I've been doing a lot of thinking and reflecting.
Well, you have, she hasn't.
I have no idea who I am.
That's valid.
I don't really know much about anything at the moment, actually.
Yeah, and if she was a good friend, she would approach you and talk to you. She would ask you, okay, what's going on? Things are awkward, things are weird. What are we? Where are you? Not approaching her expecting like answers of defining and labeling anything, but just like to know where she's at. The conversations between Sahar and Imogen only happen because Imogen always approaches Sahar and starts talking about her, about how she's doing. Sahar never comes up to Imogen and asks her. She's just annoyed and rude and mean to her, waiting for Imogen to talk. No, that's not a person you should be with, Imogen. You deserve better.
Do you hate me?
Yeah.
No.
Then why are you acting like you do?
Tell me why.
You helped me realize something pretty big about myself.
And that is why I treat you like shit.
I guess I could say the same about you.
Huh? Really?
You're joking.
You know we'd be awful together, right?
Yeah, because you're awful to her.
I like us better as friends.
Just drink it, Imogen.
And there she goes again, being annoyed. At least they're not dating. You dodged a bullet there, but like, do you really want that person to be your friend? Let me know what you think in the comments. Am I overreacting? But maybe it can be a teachable moment for the teenagers watching this? Yeah? No? I don't know. I'm not a teenager. Let me know. Okay, yeah, so season 3 is just all of them turning into alcoholics. This is so different from his 15th birthday. Like, the arcade birthday, which seemed honestly much more fun than this. Oh my god, he also has a straw.
Okay.
You guys started thinking about uni options. Now I'm thinking of doing like business or politics.
Girl, you should go into fashion. I can totally see Imogen becoming like a fashion icon, either a designer or the thing that Rachel did at Ralph Lauren in Friends. I think she decides which lines are gonna run, fashion trends are gonna be in the next issues and stuff like that. I can totally see Imogen doing that. Sahar, I also could see her totally doing musician. You know, she loves playing the guitar and singing. And Tao, he'll be a videographer, I think. Tara and Darcy, I don't really know. I think Darcy would travel a lot before they settle on something that they want to do, like explore the world, go travel if they can afford it. And Tara, I mean, she's being pushed very much into the academic space and everything, but there's been hints that she's not really vibing with that. So maybe she too would take a break before deciding on what to do. But I could see her actually going into politics or dance because she really likes to dance, right? She's a ballet dancer. Elle, obviously artist. Nick, probably a rugby something. I could see him studying something like economics and stuff. And Charlie, I don't know. What could Charlie do? Charlie could do anything. He could be a teacher if he wanted to, I think. Maybe an English teacher or maths, maybe. I've been rambling. What do you think would be careers suited for our heroes here? I would be really interested. Oh, that's a panic attack. That's a panic attack.
I think you're having a panic attack.
Charlie, wow. He's so observant. Yeah, that's a panic attack. And he noticed that. He realized that. That therapy really, really, really helped. And now he can help others. Wow. He's amazing.
Let's do some deep breaths together. Breathe in for 3. And breathe out. We're in my house. We're chilling. We've had a few drinks. But everything's fine.
Yes. Oh, I love this show. That is a very effective way to come off of a panic attack. So in a panic attack, the thing that makes you go is the spiral, the inner spiral in your brain of your thoughts going round and round and round and round and round. Finding a way out has to be reminding your body that you're physically somewhere else than your thoughts tell you. So that's why he said,
we're in my house. Everything's fine. Everything's good.
We're safe. Everything's fine here. He's leading her out of her mind, out of her spiral, where in her mind she's like, oh my God, I have to choose between this, but I don't know if I want this. And everybody's pressuring me. I have to go to Oxford. I want to dance maybe. And blah, blah, blah. But to stop them is to remind your body, hey, physically, I'm here. I'm right here. Nothing bad is happening to me right now. I'm right here and I'm okay. I'm fine. And then you breathe in and you breathe out to calm your nerves. And that is a surefire way to get out of a panic attack. And I love that they showed how it's done. There's a lot more ways or techniques to calm yourself, to even prevent panic attacks and everything. There is, in the DBT, dialectic behavioral therapy, there is a very high focus on skill training. There's different types of skills. In this case, when you're having a panic attack, there's skills of the 5 senses that you can train and focus on. For example, when you're having a panic attack, you could eat something sour to reset your brain, or you could go outside if it's cold, maybe to feel something different on your skin, like something cold, or splash water on your face. You could listen to music really loudly to jar your mind out of something. You could smell something like lavender or also peppermint, something strong. Or another technique would be to look around you and count shapes, count colors, to remind your body, I'm right here right now, to make yourself find yourself in the actual space you're in right now. I will link pages down below where you can look into that kind of therapy, that kind of technique training for people who have panic attacks or are on their way to getting into hyper stress. Those techniques can be life-saving. So I will link resources down below for you to check out if you want to.
I've been thinking about something.
What's that?
Sex, baby.
I think about it all the time.
Yeah, so do I. You're incredibly drunk.
Yeah, don't do it when you're drunk.
When I'm sober, I'm scared that you'll look at me and I think I'm gonna be sick.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. I love that they're cussing. Yay. We're definitely grown up now.
You remember last night?
Oh my god, I'm so embarrassing.
No, I'm glad you brought it up.
I feel like you guys need the egg on toast.
I love him so much. Oh, he might just be my favorite character.
Ready to meet the love of your life?
You're so jealous right now.
Not at all jealous.
I can't believe I'm about to be replaced.
God, definitely not jealous.
Mr. Bridgerton!
Oh my god, he's so hot.
Not at all jealous.
United in our love of classical art, of history, philosophy, and...
Me. Sorry, but come on.
Hello and welcome to Local Voices with me, Katie Newnham. I'm here this afternoon with Elle Argent.
I have over 50,000 followers.
What? You're halfway to 100K? Dang, girl. Very impressive and very understandable. Like, she's so talented.
I'm very, very proud to be trans. It's a big part of who I am. So I like to explore and express that in the art that I create.
And that's so important right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, trans identities are the hot topic of the moment. Some call it a culture war, feminists versus trans activists.
What? I don't like where this is going. But I can appreciate the blue-orange contrast because she's wearing orange and it's blue in the background. Let's focus on that. I also remember when I first watched this, when it came out in October, there was a very obvious pixel mistake in that scene to the left of Elle's shoulder. And I flipped out when I saw it because I was like, it's a white dot in dark blue. Who didn't catch that when they first QC'd this? Catching pixel mistakes that are so obvious is like...
Are you serious?
Are you kidding me? You didn't see that? White dot?
Smack dab in the middle of the blue!
But I guess they removed it, thankfully, because this scene is very intense and emotional and important, and we can't have anything distracting us from what's going on.
I'd love to hear your thoughts on the debate.
Trans people aren't a debate. We're human beings.
Preach!
Our speaker last week believed that the presence of gender-neutral bathrooms will increase cases of sexual assault against women.
Seriously? What? Oh my god. That was so disrespectful. What?
Your speaker last week was transphobic then?
Yeah, obviously.
I think I need to go.
Yes! Good on you. Setting boundaries.
It's okay, baby.
You'll be hearing from me.
Oh, I love her parents. They're so supportive. How rude.
You will know. You can't trust a message.
Sorry, Jonathan. That was so manipulative. Like, wow. Like, using this beautiful, talented young woman as bait, like rage bait. I love that her parents were like, we're leaving. This is not okay.
I don't think so.
Dang. People are so disrespectful. People suck. Okay, back to you, Jonathan.
Study hard. And don't ignore your Latin vocab.
Good one.
What can I do for you?
No.
Have you ever had a dream that you had your...
The Mesopotamian joke was...
Not funny.
Yeah, nice to sorry. Yeah, it's really hot.
Oh my god.
Not at all jealous.
This is why I love Heartstopper, because they use these graphic elements to help express what the characters are thinking without using voiceover as a crutch. They're using these graphic elements to really convey like, oh, he just touched his back and there was like this black cloud, right? As a sign of, oh, tense, oh no, I want this, but I don't, and body dysmorphia. That is such a clever way of show don't tell. It just adds another layer of perfection. Yeah, because otherwise, how would you show that? It's so genius.
We should stop.
No, wait.
Door open, please, Charlie.
Oh my god.
This bitch!
Had a nice time today?
Yeah. Jack Maddox knows I exist now, so I can die happily. That's what it feels like when your celebrity crush knows you exist, right?
I'm nervous about taking my shirt off.
That makes sense.
You know that I've got scars.
No, I love you. I want you.
Okay. Men are fictional.
I really did want to carry on. I really want.
Mom, have you seen?
Y'all can't catch a break.
And I just get into this headspace where all I can think about is how disgusting he'll think I look.
Oh, this is so relatable. I love that they're talking about body dysmorphia in such detail. Everybody has insecurities, but especially when you have body dysmorphia, it's even more intense. It's like all of the negative thoughts intensified by like as if you turn it up to 10, right? To maximum. Every little thing you can criticize about your body. It's not just like, oh, I have this and that. It's like, I have this and that and it's disgusting. I hate it. I would wish I could cut it off or like, you know, change it, exchange it with something else, you know? Like that is what this is about. And I love that they're talking about it. Nobody ever talks about this. I don't see it in any shows.
Being skinny and having scars isn't disgusting.
I know, and I don't actually think I do look disgusting. And I know that Nick won't think that either. I just don't understand why I get so anxious about it.
Because it's what you think about yourself. It's how you perceive your body. Even though the other people around you don't do it, you do. And that is where the issue lies.
We've talked about how you get anxious when you feel like you don't have control. Part of intimacy is trusting someone enough to let go of some control. And that's scary.
That is scary.
But as long as you and Nick respect and trust each other, and you communicate and listen to each other, then you're safe.
Just wish I was more confident.
Charlie, I think you have a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Aren't you the one who confessed your feelings to Nick first? When you didn't even know whether he liked you back?
Yep. Oh, babies! My Shaylas!
I feel confident.
That's just a challenge you're going to have to face.
Yeah.
And not just with Nick, but with every aspect of your life. But I know you have it in you, Charlie.
Yeah, you do.
I really do.
Yeah, you do. Ah, such good advice and affirmation. Let's move on to final thoughts. I love that the show progressed from deep end to working through the deep end to what comes after the deep end. I really like that they made this time jump, right? Because I think it was like, it was New Year's in episode 5. And now here, it's April. So like, we had a time jump. And he talks about what happened in therapy in that time jump. And I love his therapist. His therapist is such a good therapist. Finally, a good movie therapist. Yes. And everything he says really can be applied to your life, my life, everybody's life. Of course, everybody is different, but psychology exists for a reason. And this psychology in this show is so accurate, it's sound, it's correct. Of course, I'm not a professional psychiatrist. I am a DI engineer. However, I have had my experiences with therapy, with different types of therapy. And from what I've learned and gathered, what this therapist is saying is very sustainable. It is sustainable techniques, sustainable ways of going through life with trauma and with baggage and whatever happened to you. And also Charlie applying his own therapy to helping Tara is so great. Like he's like, hey, I learned this. Let me show you how it's done. And it's so correct. Like this is really what helps. This is actually correct. This is not movie magic. This is what happens in real life. When you have a panic attack, this is what you have to do to stop having the panic attack. I wonder if when Alice wrote this, they had like contact with a professional and asked them, okay, what does OCD look like? How does an ED work? How does it combine with OCD and everything like that? Because this is very realistic. And also the setbacks after the clinic, stuff happened that I went into old habits and then the therapist telling him that's normal because it is. I'm in awe at how accurate this is and how well it's written. My only annoyance I have really is Imogen and Sahar. I don't know what they were trying to do with this. I think it's trying to give Imogen the space to question, right? To question her sexuality, going through that whole thing. Sahar is so toxic. Like, she's so mean to Imogen, and it doesn't make sense to me why Imogen would fall for that or want to be with that kind of vibe, because she's so spunky and so fun, and also very caring. The way Sahar has been portrayed was only annoyed rolling her eyes, side-eyeing, and being mean. Those two don't fit together. Opposites attract, yoo-hoo! No. And then also addressing the rage baiting with Elle at the radio station, making trans people into a debate. I love that Elle says, we're not a debate, we're human. And that is so important. That's such an important message. And today is Trans Day of Visibility. So this worked out great, actually, that we're watching this episode today. Trans people are not a debate. They're human. They deserve human rights, and they deserve to be seen and heard and not used for a media stunt or, I don't know, what this woman was trying. And I love that Elle and her parents were like, nah, we're not gonna take this, and you're gonna hear from us. My heart broke when they slowly zoomed onto Elle's face and you could just see her face fall because she was so excited. She was like, hey, I have 50k followers on my social media because I make art and it's going really well and it appeals to my audience. And that's what you wanted to talk about. But then this woman just completely derailed that. And then she's like, I'm sorry if I offended you. No, you're not. You know exactly what you were doing. And you thought you could do it just because this was a young, impressionable teenager. But no, she has a backbone and she has a support system that won't let that happen. Don't forget to check out the resources I'm linking down below. If you're, struggling with things, go get help, get yourself a support group, get yourself professional help. Don't ever believe the voice in your head that tells you that you're alone. To my trans people out there, I see you, I hear you, I stand with you. Hi, quick little editor's note. I am traveling at the moment, which is why you can't see my face, but I just wanted to link a fundraiser down below that my favorite YouTuber is doing at the moment, Lil Simsy. It's for Trans Lifeline that helps trans people in need and secure gender-affirming care to those in need. I donated myself, and if you want to donate, feel free. Thank you. Now, continuing with Jessie from a couple of months ago. Coming out is hard in our society, even today, especially today with the state of the world. I want my channel to be a safe space for you. We don't tolerate any discrimination here. If you're homophobic, transphobic, whatever, the door is this way. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great Trans Day of Visibility today. Let me know what your thoughts are on my thoughts. And also, I'm really interested to know what kind of careers you see our heroes have in the future. I would be really interested on your thoughts. And also, if you agree or disagree with the way that this entire mental health journey is portrayed here, and the tools and tricks that the therapist tells Charlie to do, or if you're like, I think it's missing this or that. I would be really interested to hear your thoughts on that as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, but also to my second channel, Jessie Grace, where I am starting out as an indie musician. Turn on notifications to never miss an upload and all the amazing content coming your way. Stay crazy. See you in 2 weeks. Bye! Happy Trans Day Visibility! Jonathan, go brush your teeth. Sorry, that's a family inside joke.